and all of a sudden you've got like screaming, flailing marlins outside your door going, "Mommy, I miss you, I just want to come in."
I mean, no one's asking me to be a martyr, and certainly nobody's happier when I am. I'm not, the kids aren't, my husband isn't. It's just, it's not a pretty sight.
I've not been to the bathroom by myself since for 14 years, basically.
Like for you, Lisa
can't take it. I mean, he can't take it. Hi, this is Mindy Roberts from themommyblog.net. Today we're going to be talking about this mythical concept, this mysterious, little known, rarely seen thing called time for yourself. Time for yourself can be orchestrated, where you say, "Hun, I need some time to myself. How about I take a bath, I'm going to lock the door, I'm going to take a glass of wine with me and a magazine, and on pain of death, do not come in." Okay, could you handle that? That would be great. Thank you. You got one big toe just going into the bathtub, and all of a sudden you've got like screaming, flailing marlins outside your door going, "Mommy, I miss you, I just want to come in."
Oh, Mindy, you couldn't have hit a better topic for me at the moment, because I have been, actually one of my sort of New Year's promises to myself is that I would try to find more time for myself. It's not that I don't have the time to myself, it's that I don't take the time for myself. And it's so important. It is so amazingly easy to just forget yourself in the whole long list of everything that you have to do every day.
Hi, it's Michelle Lamar, and I'm also known as White Trash Mom, and I'm here on Momversation as a guest. My experience has been that moms don't have any free time. As you can see by my lovely, I did this in front of the Christmas tree. Yeah, we still have one of our Christmas trees up, yeah.
The reason I'm wearing my jacket is I just got back from taking my dog for a walk. And it's funny, before I got a dog, I never had time to exercise. So, you know, my kids go to school, they're both in school full time, but I never had time to exercise. But magically, once I got a dog, I suddenly found an hour every day to take him for a walk first thing in the morning. Now, it's funny how once it was somebody else's need, even my dogs, I made it happen just like that. But when it was just for me, somehow it was expendable.
You know, in a two-parent household, I almost want to say it can be harder because you're both competing for time caring for people, and you're competing for time not caring for little people. And so there's always this tug of war between who gets a break. I happen to be divorced and have a 50-50 child custody agreement. I do not advise getting divorced to get this kind of deal. But can I say 50% me time?
You said something fascinating, which is that maybe it's a little easier as a single parent to find time for yourself, in that you're not competing with somebody else for that time. I have found that to be a really interesting, that's true in my family. I know my husband needs time alone as much as I do. And sometimes when we're not feeling particularly generous, it's easy to get petty about it.
My favorite is the take no prisoners timeout. This is where you announce. You do not ask. You announce, "Mommy is going out." And if they insist on details, you say, "Mommy is going to the movies all by herself."
I've not been to the bathroom by myself since for 14 years, basically, because neither of my daughters care what I'm doing at any time, because their needs are far more important than anything I could do.
You know, if you haven't been in the bathroom by yourself for 14 years, I think there's a conversation that needs to happen in your house. Because, and I realize with toddlers, you know, they get scared if mommy's not around or something like that. But older kids need to know that if the door to the bathroom is closed, that, yeah, that's off limits. That's off limits. And, you know, they probably don't want to be in there with you. They think they want to be in there with you, but, I mean, who really wants to be in the bathroom with somebody else when they're busy doing their thing?
I hate the word martyr, I really do. But it's part of that self-sacrifice that we do. I mean, I would feel awful if I didn't do some kind of self-sacrifice. In fact, I usually use it to whip my children with, you know, "I do this for you, I cook for you, I clean up after you, I do all this stuff so you can be happy and you can eat and you can have friends, and then da-da-da-da-da. Could you give something back to me? How about a little, I'm hearing this and I want to hear this."
You can't sweat the small stuff, you know, the little things. I think as a mom, you just have to keep your eye focused on the important things. And sometimes, you know, the laundry doesn't get done. Like my daughter was telling me tonight. But I think at the end of the day, moms just have to relax and realize that it's not all going to get done, and you got to make the most of it when you get a chance.
It's all about reducing input. Reducing the amount of info that's going in so that I can deal with the info that's already there. So in the cafe, I'm dealing with whatever it is I'm doing. I am dealing with my cappuccino. I'm dealing with friends that may be walking in. When I'm hiking, you know, I'm dealing with the view. I'm dealing with the fresh air. It's about reducing input for me.
Just say, this is going to happen. You can schedule it. You can see a window and take advantage of it. But either way you do it, you have to do it for yourself. And time it so that you get to do it before you wind up in a clock tower with a 30-30 and a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.